When you think of the ocean's most incredible creatures, you might picture whales gliding through the deep blue or the powerful presence of sharks patrolling the waters. These animals often steal the spotlight in documentaries and our imaginations. But today, let's turn our attention to a different kind of ocean royalty, a true monarch of the seafloor, the king crab. With their spiny armor and impressive size, they command respect in their underwater realm. These aren't just any crabs, they're armored giants, walking fortresses that shape their underwater world. Their long legs and tough shells make them both formidable predators and survivors in a challenging environment. For many coastal communities, king crabs are more than a catch. They're a tradition and a livelihood, woven into the rhythm of life. Generations of families have relied on these crabs, passing down fishing knowledge and stories, but this relationship is fragile. The health of king crab populations is tied directly to the well-being of these communities. When crab numbers fall, it's not just the ocean that suffers, entire ways of life are at risk. When crabs thrive, people thrive. Their conservation is both an environmental and a human issue, connecting the fate of the sea to the fate of those who live by it. Unfortunately, king crabs face serious challenges. Global demand for their sweet, succulent meat has led to intense fishing, sometimes pushing populations to the brink. Overfishing can quickly upset the delicate balance of their world. Add to that the impacts of climate change, like warming waters and melting sea ice, and habitat damage from human activity, and these giants are caught in a perfect storm. Pollution and discarded fishing gear also threaten their survival. We're at a turning point. Our actions now will decide their future. The choices we make today will echo for generations, shaping the fate of king crabs and the oceans they call home. So let's dive in together. We'll explore their fascinating lives, the dangers they face, and the efforts underway to protect them for the future. This isn't just a story about crabs, it's about the interconnectedness of ocean life. Every species, big or small, plays a role in the health of our seas. Saving one species can ripple out, helping entire ecosystems and the people who depend on them. Protecting king crabs means protecting a whole web of life. Understanding these giants is the first step to becoming their champions. Let's get started on this journey of discovery and stewardship. What makes a king crab a king? Their sheer size. The red king crab can have a leg span of up to 5 feet, protected by a thick, spiny exoskeleton. They're decapod crustaceans, 10 legs, but only 6 are used for walking. The others are tucked under their shell, used for tending eggs or mating. King crabs live in cold, deep waters. Think the Bering Sea, Barents Sea, and off Alaska, Japan, and South America. They're vital players in the food web, acting as both scavengers and predators, using powerful claws to feast on worms, clams, and more. By recycling nutrients and controlling other species, they keep the seafloor ecosystem balanced. Their life cycle is slow. Starting as tiny larvae, they molt and grow for up to 9 years before reaching maturity. This slow growth makes them especially vulnerable to overfishing. It takes years to replace the large adults harvested from the sea. The king crab's world may seem remote, hidden beneath the waves and far from human eyes, but it's under siege from threats that start on land and reach deep into the ocean. Overfishing is a major problem. Modern fishing methods can remove crabs from the population much faster than they can reproduce, disrupting not only their life cycle, but also the delicate social structure of their communities. Bottom trawling, a technique used for other fisheries, drags massive nets across the ocean floor, destroying the habitats where crabs feed, hide, and raise their young. This widespread habitat destruction leaves juvenile crabs exposed and vulnerable to predators, turning once rich seafloor communities into barren wastelands almost overnight. Climate change adds another layer of danger. Warming oceans disrupt crab reproduction, alter food availability, and force them into deeper, unfamiliar waters where survival is uncertain. Ocean acidification, caused by increased carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, makes it harder for crabs to build and maintain their protective shells, weakening their defenses. Their once strong armor weakens, leaving them at greater risk from predators and disease. These threats don't act alone. They combine, creating a monumental challenge for king crab survival and pushing the species to its limits. The pressures are relentless, and the stakes are high for both the crabs and the entire ecosystem that depends on them. Without intervention, the future of king crabs, and the complex ocean ecosystems they support, hangs in the balance, teetering on the edge of collapse. The time to act is now, before these unique creatures and their habitats are lost forever. Let's take a closer look at how human actions have shaped this crisis, and what we can do to change the tide. Our appetite for king crab has fueled a multi-billion-dollar industry, but it comes at a cost. Overfishing removes too many breeding-age crabs, risking population collapse, as seen in Bristol Bay, Alaska, in the 1980s. Recovery takes years, showing even tough species have limits. Bycatch is another issue. Fishing gear often catches non-target species, including juvenile and egg-carrying crabs. Many of these crabs are injured or killed, and this hidden mortality isn't always counted in population estimates. Regulations require returning females and undersized males to the sea, but the stress can still harm them. Minimizing bycatch and ensuring safe release are critical for sustainability. Innovative gear and careful handling are key. Sustainable fishing isn't just about quotas, it's about responsibility at every step. The future of king crabs depends on how we fish today. Let's look at how climate change is making things even tougher. The stakes are higher than ever. Climate change is transforming the king crab's world in ways we can't ignore. Even small increases in ocean temperature disrupt their metabolism, reproduction, and make them more vulnerable to disease. Their eggs and larvae depend on precise temperature ranges. Warming waters throw this delicate timing into chaos, leading to mass starvation. Crabs are forced into deeper, colder waters, away from traditional feeding and nursery grounds. Ocean acidification is just as dangerous. As the ocean absorbs more CO2, it becomes more acidic, making it harder for crabs to build strong shells. Young crabs struggle to form their first armor. Adults expend more energy just to maintain theirs. Weaker shells mean greater risk from predators and the environment. Experiments show higher mortality and developmental problems for larvae in acidic water. Climate change and acidification are not distant threats. They're happening now, pushing king crabs to the brink. The need for action has never been clearer. Why save a crab from the cold depths? Because king crabs are keystone species. Removing them disrupts the entire seafloor ecosystem. They control populations of other invertebrates, keeping the ecosystem balanced and diverse. Without them, habitats like kelp forests could be overgrazed, affecting countless other species. Conservation isn't just about crabs, it's about preserving the web of ocean life. For coastal communities, king crab fishing is an economic lifeline, supporting jobs and local economies. When crab populations decline, the impact ripples through entire towns. Sustainable management is an investment in both environmental and economic resilience. Protecting king crabs means protecting cultures, traditions, and livelihoods. It's a responsibility we all share. Facing these mounting threats to marine life, scientists and fishery managers have developed powerful, science-based conservation strategies to safeguard the future of king crabs and their ecosystems. Strict harvest quotas, carefully determined from extensive scientific surveys, are enforced to prevent overfishing and ensure that crab populations remain healthy and sustainable for generations to come. Seasonal closures are implemented to avoid critical periods like molting and mating, giving crabs the vital time they need to reproduce and replenish their numbers in the wild. Only large male crabs are kept, while females and juveniles are carefully returned to the sea, helping to maintain a balanced and thriving population. This 3S management approach, focusing on size, sex, and season, protects the reproductive core of the population, ensuring that future generations of crabs can flourish. Innovative fishing gear, such as escape rings and biodegradable panels, is now widely used to reduce bycatch and prevent lost pots from continuing to trap and kill crabs for years after being lost at sea. Ongoing research is absolutely vital. Scientists study crab biology, monitor environmental changes, and adapt management plans to respond to new challenges and ensure long-term sustainability. Habitat protection, including the creation of marine protected areas, provides safe havens where crabs can feed, breed, and grow without disturbance, supporting the overall health of the ecosystem. These combined efforts, science, regulation, innovation, and collaboration, are our best hope for securing the future of king crabs and the communities that depend on them. Conservation is truly a team effort, requiring the dedication, innovation, and commitment of scientists, managers, and fishermen alike. Let's take a closer look at how fishermen themselves are stepping up as stewards of the sea, working hand in hand with scientists to protect this valuable resource. Their role in conservation is more important than ever, as they help lead the way toward a sustainable future for our oceans. Conservation isn't just for scientists. Fishermen are crucial guardians of king crabs. Their generations of knowledge and daily observations are invaluable to science and management. Many now partner with researchers, helping tag crabs, collect data, and monitor populations. In places like Alaska, catch-share systems encourage careful, sustainable fishing over reckless competition. This approach reduces bycatch, improves safety, and ensures better handling of crabs. Fishermen have a vested interest in healthy stocks. Their future depends on it. Many are the first to report illegal fishing or advocate for stronger protections. By embracing stewardship, fishermen are transforming from harvesters to caretakers. Their commitment is key to the king crab's survival. Together, they're ensuring this legacy endures for generations. The story of the king crab shows that the fate of our oceans is in our hands. The challenges are immense, but positive change is possible, and it starts with you. Make informed choices. Ask where your seafood comes from and look for sustainable certifications like the Marine Stewardship Council. By choosing sustainable king crab, you support responsible fishermen and healthy oceans. Support marine conservation organizations through donations or volunteering. Advocate for climate action. Reducing your carbon footprint and supporting clean energy helps protect marine life. The journey of the king crab is one of resilience, but they need our help. By making sustainable choices and supporting conservation, we can ensure these giants continue to roam the ocean floor. We can secure the future for the communities that depend on them. Let's protect our oceans, one crab at a time. The future of their kingdom and ours depends on it.